Many major single-player experiences are still on the way for PS5, with 2026 shaping up to bring more story-driven adventures, action-heavy exclusives, and cinematic new IPs. Here are some notable games still to come.
Simon, listen to me. You can't stay in this room forever.
Silent Hill Townfall places players in the role of Simon Ordell as he returns to the island town of St. Amelia to uncover his connection to its buried past. Played entirely in first person, the game combines tense evasion, frantic combat, and psychological horror while using a limited selection of weapons and survival tools. A pocket television called the CRTV plays a key gameplay role by tuning into unstable signals tied to the environment and unfolding mystery. Narrative-driven puzzles gradually reveal hidden truths as players move deeper into the fog-covered town and confront disturbing fragments of the past.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different. I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things. You did what you did.
Phantom Blade Zero puts players in control of Soul, a warrior searching for the truth behind his master's death while living with only 66 days left. Combat is built around fast martial arts action, using more than 30 weapons and over 20 phantom edges that allow different fighting styles. Defeated enemies can grant new weapons and signature techniques. The story unfolds through a dark fantasy setting filled with conspiracies, strange powers, and dangerous enemies.
No one goes near that place, at least not anymore. But you, like darkness for
I knew it. You'd never break so easily. But why did you come back?
The Order's blades are coming. They failed once, but they won't fail again.
Please, take it. Save our people. The girl's nothing but a shell now. She'll never be the same.
You broke my blade.
But we broke your spirit!
Phantom is movement, striking from where none expect.
turning any blade into a divine weapon. When Phantom and Blade unite, no enemy stands.
Who are you?
.007 First Light tells the origin story of James Bond as a young recruit in MI6's training program working to earn his 00 status. Players take on espionage missions across different locations while hunting a rogue agent linked to a larger conspiracy. Gameplay allows different approaches, including stealth, direct combat, gadget use, and deception to get past enemies. Missions can also be replayed with modifiers that change objectives and add extra challenge. Fable is an open-world action RPG where players create their own hero and build a reputation through the decisions they make. Combat includes melee weapons, ranged attacks, and magic while fighting bandits, creatures, and classic enemies from the series. Outside combat, players can take part in activities such as becoming a landlord or blacksmith, building relationships, and raising a family. Choices affect how villagers react and can influence parts of the surrounding world.
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
Marvel's Wolverine is a standalone action-adventure game centered on Logan, also known as Wolverine, in an original story connected to Insomniac's Marvel Universe. Players take control of the mutant hero known for his retractable claws, healing ability, and aggressive combat style. The story includes characters from Wolverine's comic history such as Mystique, Omega Red, and the Sentinels. The game is designed as a full-scale single-player adventure with a darker and more mature approach.
I'd be lying. Doesn't matter where I go. How far I run. Death's always waiting. Just not for me. Cause I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
Control Resonant puts players in control of Dylan Faden as he battles supernatural threats spreading across a distorted Manhattan. Combat uses paranormal powers, elemental abilities, and a shape-shifting melee weapon called the Aberrant that can transform into forms like hammers and dual blades during battle. The game includes a progression system that lets players shape how Dylan's powers develop over time. Environmental distortion and gravity-based anomalies also affect puzzles and combat encounters throughout the city.
And I'm the creative director of Control Resonant, the game-changing sequel to Control. What you are seeing here is an early mission captured from our in-development build. We play as Dylan Faden, our supernaturally gifted hero, in a version of Manhattan like you haven't seen before. We recently acquired Shift, an ability that empowers Dylan to seamlessly move through gravity anomalies and adapt to the world around him. Here we are showcasing a set of different forms of Dylan's main weapon, the Aberrant can take, and his supernatural abilities. There are a lot of different ones you can discover to suit your playstyle. While in combat, we encourage you to play aggressively, balancing between melee attacks and abilities.
Any updates for me?
Kind of. You'll know it when you hear it. Just try to stay alive out there, okay?
Almost there, Zoe. What the hell is that thing? Something. I know where the Resonant is, Zoe. I'll call you back.
Resonants are the dominant threat in what's our most ambitious game to date, and we can't wait to share it with you later in 2026.
Mortal Shell 2 is a standalone action RPG built around high-risk combat and the ability to possess fallen warrior shells found across the world. Each shell offers different strengths and abilities, allowing players to change fighting styles and build around unique skills. Combat removes stamina restrictions and encourages aggressive tactics to break enemy posture and land critical strikes. The game also includes interconnected areas, over 60 dungeons, weapon upgrades, and hidden rewards throughout its dark setting.
That's why she made you. To tread the unfound path. This foul passenger, he's the poison in your mother's heart. You must become the cure.
Who goes there? Oh. You look familiar. Can you aid me? I've been waylaid. Leave me. It's my companion. A feline. He's gone. Nothing. Will you look for him? It's an endless pursuit. I don't think I can go back to routing commerce. If he's been harmed, I don't know what I'd do. Keep an eye out, please.
What's next, Harbinger? You know, once I thought I'd find the eggs, the ova, all on my own. But few remain, and even fewer are unguarded. Come far. Look. You're nervous? You'll get used to it. Now go.
Pragmata is a sci-fi action-adventure where players control Hugh and Diana as they move through a lunar facility taken over by rogue AI. A key mechanic has players managing both characters at the same time, with Hugh handling movement, shooting, and traversal, while Diana hacks systems during combat and encounters. The story follows the pair searching for a way back to Earth while uncovering the mystery behind the abandoned research station and its missing staff.
What the hell is going on here? And why are these things trying to kill us?
While I was preparing to depart for Earth, the moonquake struck, damaging Edis.
Enacting attack protocol. Permission to commit acts of controlled violence granted.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm calling it. You'd make a lousy friend. We'll shut Edis down, and then we'll head to Earth.
Let's do our best. I decide my own way. And I'm going to Earth with you.
We're a team, right? A whole new life. If you're ready.
Okay, then let's go. Together. I'm gonna get a better look.
Hello. We are Cabin, your one-stop companion for all things shelter.
Proudly presents the latest all-new entry to the Onimusha Swordplay action series.
Onimusha Way of the Sword is an action game set in a dark fantasy version of Edo-era Kyoto, where a samurai battles demonic creatures known as Genma. Combat is built around technical swordplay, with mechanics such as parries, deflections, and break-issen finishing moves after weakening enemies. Players use the Oni Gauntlet to absorb souls and gain power during battle. The game also includes supernatural detection through Oni vision and environmental interactions during combat encounters.
Let's see your best, then,
Musashi set out on his journey with a simple goal: master the sword and stand peerless above all swordsmen. But the Genma had other plans. Musashi is struck down, but finds himself revived with an Oni Gauntlet on his arm. Now, Musashi has a new goal: rise up against the monstrous Genma ravaging the land, and carve himself a new fate. But his path is not a lonesome one. A vibrant cast of allies awaits.
Musashi!
And his old rival, Sasaki Ganryu, stands firmly in his way. With blade in hand and fate in the balance, will Musashi's bloody battles against formidable foes deliver him hope or despair? Kyoto's history is abound with many strange tales and unsettling mysteries. And you can experience strands of these hidden legends woven throughout the story. Feel the ring of steel on steel, intense duels. Reduce enemies to pieces with a devastating Isen. Parry and deflect attacks with well-timed blocks to turn the tide of battle in your favor. And, of course, absorb souls with the Oni Gauntlet to recover health or ready powerful abilities. Moving from one bloody and desperate battle to the next, Musashi searches for his reason to fight. What answers will he find at the end of his blade? Miyamoto Musashi walks the perilous path of the Onimusha. And on it, a new legend will be forged.
Another one of those. Finally. Just you wait.
Gothic 1 Remake is an action RPG set in the Valley of the Mines, where players control the nameless hero inside a prison colony trapped beneath a magical barrier. The game features an open world that reacts to player actions, with NPCs following daily routines and different factions controlling the region. Players can join one of 3 factions, affecting progression and playstyle. Combat has been rebuilt with modernized mechanics while keeping its tactical approach.
And yet, instinct whispers that those cast aside will shape their days to come. A colony in perpetual conflict, so divided, so full of contradictions. Those who follow the new god speak of salvation, but faith may have an even grimmer future in store. The bandits preach freedom, anarchy without chains, yet kneel before the mages in the name of balance. Then come the self-proclaimed rulers of the valley, so lost in greed and in the comfort of their fragile arrangement that they long lost any interest in change. And yet, we are all the same, prisoners of the great dome in the sky, with no hope of escaping.
If there's a way out of here, I'll find it.
This is an SOS from the forward reconnaissance ship Cassiopeia. Our ship has taken massive structural damage.
Directive 8020 is a sci-fi horror adventure set aboard the colony ship Cassiopeia after its crew crash lands on Tau Ceti F. The story revolves around surviving an alien organism that can mimic human victims and hide among the crew. Gameplay combines cinematic decision-making with stealth, survival mechanics, and quick reactions during dangerous encounters. Player choices shape the branching storyline, determine who survives, and lead to multiple possible endings throughout the story.
We need urgent assistance.
They're right behind me! Open the fucking door!
God, it's alive.
Please. Help us. Get me out of here! Or I'm gonna fucking freeze!
Fucking burning in here! You can't leave me out here!
Please.
Beast of Reincarnation is an action RPG where players control Emma and her companion dog Ku in a post-apocalyptic version of Japan. Combat uses a hybrid system that combines real-time action with turn-based elements, letting players fight with Emma's sword while commanding Ku to perform special techniques. Players can customize their approach through skill trees, gear, and spirit stones for different combat styles. The story follows the pair as they hunt powerful bosses and collect their abilities.
Just such to lovey fight. It may hide down to memory. Clemens within the vine. まさか進化したのか。
Ace Combat 8 Wings of Theve is an aerial combat game where players take the role of an elite pilot completing dangerous military missions in large-scale battles. Gameplay focuses on fast arcade-style dogfights, using advanced weapons to eliminate airborne and ground threats during combat. The campaign includes story-driven first-person scenes that show the pilot's personal struggles, command decisions, and relationships with squad members. Between missions, players interact with allies while progressing through the military storyline. Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy is an action-adventure prequel, where players control Sophia as she travels to the Minotaur's island to uncover secrets tied to her past. Gameplay includes melee combat built around agility, parries, reflex-based strikes, and avoiding enemies hunting her across the island. Players also solve puzzles using a stolen Minoan sphere that manipulates light to interact with the environment. The story moves between different time periods while revealing mysteries connected to the island's curse.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is an open-world action-adventure set in the fictional state of Leonida, where players follow criminal duo Jason and Lucia through a large-scale story involving heists and a wider conspiracy. Players can freely move across locations, including Vice City and surrounding regions, while taking part in missions and criminal activities. The game features 2 playable protagonists, a story-driven campaign, and a world designed to parody modern American culture and social media.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey.
Hands above your head, now!
You, Sting. The new beginnings.
You make me lose, isn't it? Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bell! Shot, baby!
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Gonna do this? We're doing it right.
Yo, D, this full effect? They got your name, address, they got everything. Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Like,
You and me, Lou. We got this.
We got it.
say my city, baby! My city!
Come to Bill's Ammunition today. We got more guns than all allowed.
Hey.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
Kena Scars of Kosmora follows Kena as she travels to the island of Kosmora in search of a cure for her affliction. Gameplay involves using spirit companions to solve puzzles and assist in combat while mastering new elemental abilities against corrupted enemies. Players will uncover ancient temples, battle large bosses, and face a spreading corruption affecting the island. The story also introduces a dangerous form of spirit guiding, tied to Kosmora's hidden past. Aphelion is a sci-fi action-adventure where players control astronaut Ariane as she searches a frozen alien planet for her injured partner, Thomas. Gameplay includes traversal mechanics such as climbing, grappling, sliding, and momentum-based movement across dangerous terrain. Players also use tools like a pathfinder and oxygen tank while navigating harsh environments and strange reality-bending phenomena. Stealth sections require avoiding a hostile life form that hunts the crew across the planet.
Magnetic lines?
Ariane. I don't know what this is, but it changes everything. Thomas Cross to unknown base. ESA-led mission Hope 1 in distress after emergency landing. No luck here either. The main power's offline. There. The fence is broken. That's my way in. Okay then. Let's have a look. Someone engaged the manual shutdown here. Bingo!
But this one doesn't react to any of the frequencies. The magnetic line seems corrupted. Maybe I should follow it upstream to see what's going on. Did I just fix that line? Let's see if the other node reacts to the scanner now. It's responding now.
No signs of life, but something's wrong here. Yeah, that's locked. What's the code here? Looks like they left in a hurry. The first crew on Persephone. I thought that was supposed to be us. Anybody home?
Thomas, I can see that light reflection. It can't be far now. Another close call. If I fall here, no one will ever find me. I hope I won't regret this, but it seems like the only way. Holy shit. One step at a time. Shit. Gotta keep this quiet.
Halo Campaign Evolved is a rebuilt version of Halo Combat Evolved's campaign, featuring updated visuals, refined controls, and expanded gameplay systems. Players fight through the original story as Master Chief while also taking on 3 additional prequel missions. Combat includes an expanded arsenal with extra weapons, vehicles, and enemies beyond the original release. The game supports solo play or up to 4-player online co-op, with optional skulls that modify gameplay for replayability.
Of Halo Studios, it is the ultimate Halo CE campaign remake. It is coming to Xbox, PC, and for the first time, PlayStation. It'll be arriving next year. To talk more about it, we've got Dan, Max, and Greg from the development team. Guys, let's get into this. Why is this the right game for right now?
We did this work on Halo Anniversary. I felt like there were certain things that were left unsaid. There were certain things that we weren't able to achieve at that time. There were certain things we weren't able to do.
It's a great time to revisit Combat Evolved for new players, for established Halo players, and maybe even for old friends playing on different hardware today, to allow them to play together and enjoy the franchise together again.
Going back to the Halo ring again for the first time.
For the first time is really important, and for them to be surprised by new content and feel like excited again about exploring the ring world.
For new players, this is the right time for you to jump in. Think of this as your introduction into this huge franchise we've been building for the past 25 years.
I'm curious how you're going to focus on capturing the essence of the original, knowing that you need to evolve to kind of move the experience forward.
Yeah, from design, we don't take that lightly at all. Whenever we make a change, the number one thing was to be true to the original game.
For every one of those topics that comes up, there's someone who is incredibly passionate on the other side saying we can, like, that is sacred. We do not move that crate.
It's really about looking across, what we've learned over the years, what technology we've built, and how we can tie that back into this experience.
So in this game, up to 4 people can play the campaign together, regardless of which platform they're on. And then we're kicking it old school. We can play 2-player co-op on consoles, on the couch together, just like we did back in the original. What do you have to do differently to account now for 4 people running around?
For different co-op counts, we will make some of the spaces larger. We also want to make sure we're authentic to the encounters themselves. So it's a balancing act between that difficulty tuning and making those encounters the right size for the right space.
I understand that we've done some special tune-up works to the beloved Warthog.
We have. There's a new seat, what I like to call the golf cart seat or the bumper seat. This is on the back of the Warthog, so now you can bring everyone with.
Mind if I join you?
Let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite aspects of the Halo franchise. What is a skull? What's cool about it? What does it do?
A skull is a gameplay modifier, generally mean-spirited. It makes the game more challenging for the player.
The combination, the pairing of these different skulls and how that's going to create that new gameplay experience. Huge amount of replay options for folks.
I love the replayability that skulls bring to a campaign. Is almost endless variety.
We have dozens of skulls this time.
The most that we've ever had in a Halo game.
Are you a lasso guy? I think you yourself told me that you don't think anyone would ever be able to complete this game with legendary all skulls on.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot. And so if you can do a true legendary all skulls on run, let us know. Because I'd love to see it. I think, that'd be really hard.
If there's one thing that this community has shown us is do not underestimate them, and they will find a way. So Halo's always been known for its sandbox. How has this evolved?
We made sure that anything we included isn't going to drastically change the way the game plays, to change the sandbox in a drastic way, but there's some really fun kind of additions, and that's across enemies, weapons, vehicles, things that in the original CE you weren't able to do before that you now can. You finally killed the elite with the sword. That weapon hits the floor and you can pick that up and just kind of really take it to the enemy.
It's great. The sound design. All these weapons, by the way, have been painstakingly remodeled, rebuilt, higher fidelity. How do all these things kind of come to life?
That comes across through the way they look, the way they sound, the effects, the actual panels on the weapons themselves, the ammo counters.
With Unreal, the fully dynamic lighting within Lumen allows us to get those effects, right? That rich plasma lighting up and brightening the environments.
Of course, one of the hallmark elements of Halo CE is what becomes kind of a three-way battle with the introduction of the Flood.
There was quite a bit of development between Halo CE and 3 to kind of how the Flood behaved and just how they interacted with the player. So we've pulled a lot of those Flood behaviors into this game.
And I would say this is a learning specifically from CE to Anniversary, which is just kind of that mood, the atmosphere, the tension, the horror, and really delivering on that from the way that we stage the encounters and the setup and how we reveal the Flood.
In Halo Legacy, there were some pure form units. We've pulled in a familiar friend, familiar fiend, if you will, to challenge the player.
Talk to me just a little bit about how we're approaching the narrative aspects to bring it up to the same level as the rest of this game.
We want to tell an authentic story, and we want to level up the cinematics from the source.
As we were building this out, we didn't just kind of put a new coat of paint over the original cinematics, right? We ended up revisiting exactly how they were blocked out, how they were sequenced, how they were put together, and we've done that across the board.
We have access to original source assets, original source code, and access to the original storyboards. We are remastering, remixing the music to go along with these cinematics.
We also had the core principal cast come in and re-record all the lines.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine shields?
This really provides a degree of fidelity that we weren't able to do for Halo Anniversary.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
I'm super excited that this game will include 3 brand new bonus missions. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was really important that we preserve the original story as it is. So these missions specifically are meant to be a prequel, a setup for, the main course. These new missions are going to offer some new opportunities for character interactions, maybe between, Chief and Johnson.
We've got some new mechanics, maybe some new AI behaviors, things that haven't been done before in Halo CE.
I think we're just getting started.
So where are we right now at this stage in development? What can you share with us?
In the past few weeks, we've been able to start engaging and sending builds out to some of our community members.
We can now see so many of the elements of the level really coming together.
There's a point in every game's life cycle where it kind of just comes online.
Seeing really high fidelity versions of the cinematics, elements of the sandbox and encounter tweaks and the lighting.
You can go to someone's desk and give feedback live on an experience, and to me that's like a really exciting time in game development.
The ultimate love letter to the game that started it all. I would call upon our entire Halo community to welcome with open arms this next generation of players. I'm excited to just relive these experiences again for the first time.
Lords of the Fallen 2 is a dark fantasy action RPG set centuries after the previous game, where players once again take on the role of a lamp-bearer fighting against the growing umbral threat. Combat is designed to be faster and more aggressive, while keeping the heavy, weighty style of the series. The dual realm system returns, allowing players to move between the living world and the realm of the dead. The game also supports seamless co-op across the full adventure. The Blood of Dawnwalker is an open-world dark fantasy action RPG where players control Cohen, a man who lives as human by day and vampire by night. The game features 2 gameplay styles tied to the time of day, with each form offering different abilities, strengths, and combat options. Player actions and missed choices affect the world, while time continues moving forward during the story.
Eyes up, we've got trouble.
Saros is a third-person action shooter where players control Arjun Devraj as he investigates a lost colony on the planet Carcosa. Gameplay combines bullet-hell combat, shooting mechanics, and roguelike structure, with permanent progression allowing upgrades to weapons and suit abilities after death. A key mechanic is the Soltari Shield, which blocks attacks, absorbs enemy projectiles, and converts that energy into powerful counterattacks. Players can also collect holograms to uncover the planet's history and mystery.